and respond only when required. And outcomes is very important, that you have evidence of learning, that you are able to assess and have the evidence of the learning of these children. So EIEIO becomes the foundation of all the lesson planning that we do for the gifted and talented children. So when the teacher is creating a lesson plan, she thinks, how am I going to excite the interest of these children? That's very important, because if I am not interested, I will not concentrate. Even Maria Montessori says that the first step of intelligence is attention. If you don't have my attention, I will not concentrate. So it's very important to follow this philosophy when you are planning things for gifted and talented children. So STEM-based learning allows children to notice things, allows children to describe things. Ask what questions before the why questions. That's very, very important. A why question is test. A what makes me wonder. So when you see bubbles, don't say why are the bubbles sticking together. Say what do you think is happening to those bubbles. Then you are giving me an opportunity to tell you about what I am seeing. When I ask the why question first, then you are actually testing me and you are limiting my interaction. So it becomes very important how the teacher questions these children also. This is something that I will be doing in the afternoon with the children. I have a session called Puppetry Pinocchio, Robotic Puppetry. I will be doing this in which storytelling can be converted into a code, and then you can create grids and the children can create their own movements. So it's very important that STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths, actually helps the active exploration of the brain. So it's very important that when you talk to children, use descriptive words. So talk to them about words like speckled, shiny, bumpy, spongy, thorny. Instead of just saying, it was a rough path. You are walking on a path and you say, oh, it was a very rough path, or it was a smooth road. No, there can be many kinds of roads. There can be bumpy roads. There can be rocky roads. So it's very important that the language that you use with these children is also inspiring. It excites them when the right words are constantly used to encourage them. So when we are doing a lesson or a project with them, this is what we do. We divide this classroom into two. For all the children, this is what would be done. And for the gifted and talented, this is how the activity would be tweaked and taken up to their level. So the activity remains the same. So each of the projects that we do have these tasks. But the level of the activity, the level of the project is differentiated for the gifted and talented. Now, coding and robotics is something that is a must when we are using with them. But coding starts with the understanding of patterns. It's very important that you make children aware of patterns around them. There are patterns in music, there are patterns in nature, there are patterns in your clothes, in your weaving, in your color, in your texture. Make children aware of patterns, because patterns is the foundation of coding. This is an activity that is very helpful to many children, because this has science, this has technology, this has engineering, and this has mathematics involved. So when children are doing this kind of a drawing, they have to do so many things that are all combined together. This excites them. This involves them. Now, let's look at this particular picture. Can you see this one? Yeah? The giraffe's shadow is a little longer. So how do I solve it? The piece of paper, I will have to shift from here to here, and then it's still not coming on the paper. So I have to think and add another sheet of paper. So when young children, like 3 and 4-year-olds, are given this kind of activity, it's teaching them so many multiple concepts together. It's teaching them shadows, it's teaching them outline, It's teaching them to understand how to place the paper so that to capture the shadow properly, and it's teaching them positioning. So multiple goals in one activity. That is the importance. Let's watch this video. It's come a little upside down. It's a pigeon and it's got a twig in its mouth. Can you see the twig? Yeah? It's trying to go out, fly with the twig in its mouth. Let's see what happens. It put the twig down to see, can I still fly out without the twig? So it did a trial and error. But as soon as it